Hi, welcome to Filmovia Cinema channel. 10 Best Movies of Tommy Lee Jones. But first, here are his worst or dishonorable mentions.
The Missing. Tommy Lee Jones played the lead role of Samuel Jones in this 2003 revisionist Western thriller. It had a $60 million budget but grossed just $38.4 million at the box office. The Missing was also panned by critics. Firebirds. Many people compared the storyline of Firebirds to that of Top Gun, but the latter was a much more successful film. This was a box office flop as it grossed $14,760,451 on a $22 million budget.
Close the door.
Rules of Engagement. This is a 2000 war film. Although made a small profit at the box office, it was received negatively by critics. It was described as unconvincing, dull, and racist.
I'm not going to leave this job until I find out what happened.
Man of the House. This crime comedy film is about a sheriff going undercover as a cheerleading coach after the cheerleading team has witnessed a murder. This film was a commercial failure as it had a budget of $40 million and made just $21,577,624. Volcano. Although it was a moderate commercial success, critics did not review this movie favorably and gave many negative reviews. One of the main criticisms was that it was a silly storyline and that there is no real volcano in the movie. Blown Away. Tommy Lee is a great actor, but that Irish lilt of his went over like a lead balloon. This film is quickly forgotten. It's not truly awful, it's just slow and fairly uninteresting. Batman Forever. It was a terrible shame because Tommy Lee Jones had both the man and the talent to play real Harvey Dent. His characters just seemed totally out of place in this film. They turned Two-Face into a laughing, annoying Joker clone. Double Jeopardy. Ashley Judd is predictable. Tommy Lee Jones is wasted after his first scene. The direction is random. The cinematography involves inexplicable camera movements and jarring focusing changes. The screenplay, while occasionally hitting plot points, prefers to cut across them. The Betsy. Tommy Lee Jones is a race car driver working on a new, fuel-efficient vehicle that could change the automobile industry forever. The film plays out like trashy gibberish. U.S. Marshals. Not as good as The Fugitive, it's just painfully derivative, as noted by USA Today. Almost every twist and turn is a weaker copy of a similar scene from The Fugitive.
10 Best Movies of Tommy's.
Number 10, Natural Born Killers, 1994, directed by Oliver Stone. Tommy Lee Jones plays Dwight McCluskey, a prison warden who desperately tries to stamp his authority on a pair of inmates who have become celebrated for their crimes. Everyone turns in great performances including Juliette Lewis, Woody Harrelson, and Robert Downey Jr. Number 9, The Client, 1994, Warner Brothers. The movie was theatrically released in the United States on July 20, 1994 and was a box office hit, grossing $117.6 million against a $45 million budget. It received positive reviews from critics, with Sarandon's, Jones's and Renfro's performance in particular earning high praise. Tommy Lee Jones played as U.S. Attorney Reverend Roy Foltrick here. Number 8, The Three Burials of Melquiades Estrada, 2005. Sony Pictures Classics. This is one of 4 films directed by Tommy Lee Jones, standing as one of the most compelling westerns of the 21st century so far. It goes beyond being just a Western, also functioning as a psychological drama, a crime movie, and even something of an adventure film.
Number 7, Coal Miner's Daughter, 1980, Universal Pictures. Coal Miner's Daughter tracks Loretta Lynn's journey from growing up poor in rural Kentucky to becoming a country music icon. Tommy Lee Jones plays Dew, Loretta's endlessly supportive husband. Jones' portrayal of Dew was warm and loving, and the chemistry between Jones and Spacek was palpable. They really felt like both a couple and a team. For his performance as Dew, Jones earned his first Golden Globe nomination. Number 6, No Country for Old Men, 2007, Miramax and Paramount Pictures. In the Oscar-winning Best Picture of 2007, Jones stars as Sheriff Ed Tom Bell, a world weariness that is both skillful and rings absolutely true. As part of the ensemble of No Country for Old Men, Jones won his first Screen Actors Guild Award. Jones just fits well within the Western genre, and though No Country for Old Men might be what's called a neo-Western, it still counts as enough of a Western. Number 5, In the Valley of Elah, 2007, Summit Entertainment and Warner Independent Pictures. Jones earned his third Academy Award nomination for this real-life story of military police vet Hank Deerfield, who begins his own investigation when his son, who recently returned from Iraq, goes missing. He teams up with a local cop, Charlize Theron, to try to get to the truth, and both become suspicious when military officials step in to stop the investigation. Though the film was little seen, In the Valley of Elah contains one of Jones' major performances. Number 4, Lincoln, 2012, Walt Disney and 20th Century Fox. Steven Spielberg making a biographical film about Abraham Lincoln's final days as president. Daniel Day-Lewis stars in the lead role and gave its most acclaimed performance, but Jones was also celebrated for his supporting role. Jones plays Thaddeus Stevens, a pivotal figure in getting slavery abolished, with Jones's performance being powerful enough to get him his fourth Oscar nomination for acting. Number 3, JFK, 1991, Warner Bros. JFK might well have an even bigger cast than Lincoln, so for Jones to stand out as one of the best actors in this behemoth of a film is truly saying something. Jones also gives one of the best performances of his career, earning his first Oscar nomination for playing Clay Shaw, a man wrapped up with conspiracies revolving around the assassination of John F. Kennedy. Number 2, Men in Black, Trilogy, 1997, 2002, 2012, Universal Pictures. Barry Sonnenfeld's sci-fi comedy was Jones' biggest financial success ever, enough to spawn 2 sequels in which Jones also appeared. Jones' droll wit is perfectly matched by Will Smith's hyperactive enthusiasm. Men in Black is the role most people associate Tommy Lee Jones with, which is unusual, considering most of his other well-known roles don't fall within the comedy or sci-fi genres. Hold on, there are honorable mentions. Under Siege, Tommy vs. Steven Seagal in his best action yet. Released on October 9, 1992, Under Siege was both a critical and commercial success, receiving 2 Academy Award nominations for sound production and grossing over $156.6 million at the global box office. The Hunted, directed by William Friedkin, released March 14, 2003 by Paramount Pictures. Even though the thin plot and characterization, the action with the view is quite magnificent to watch, including the fights of Tommy vs. Benicio del Toro. Cobb is one of the most original biopics ever made and including one of Tommy Lee Jones's best performances. Tommy Lee Jones's searing performance helps to elevate Cobb above your typical sports biopic. He's so effective.
think there's a building in
Hope
this place that
Springs,
does
the
not
film
have
was
shutters.
released on
Hotel looks like
August
it was built
10,
by Hansel and Gretel.
2012.
I think it's
It
charming.
received generally
That's what they want you
positive
to think.
reviews,
You think he did
and
it
the
on
cast
purpose?
was praised for their
Picking the most
performances,
remote
mostly
possible.
Jones
I
and
mean, you're
Meryl
trapped here.
Streep.
It's like Alcatraz.
Oh, well,
It was
maybe he
nominated
just
for a
wanted people to
Golden
have to
Globe
get
and won a
away.
Yeah,
People's
from
Choice
what?
Award.
Cell phone service? I don't even have one bar.
Captain America, the First Avenger,
making me
the
cry.
film was commercially successful, grossing over $370 million worldwide. The film received positive reviews from critics, who praised Evans' performance as Captain America, with Tommy Lee Jones was so charming and got Best Supporting Actor nomination from Scream Awards.
Will be avenged.
Small Soldiers, the movie was plenty of visual razzle-dazzle.
Secure the perimeter.
It's Gremlins with toy soldiers. Tommy Lee Jones was so memorable as Major Chip Hazard, the platoon leader.
Or detonates. I want it mobile and I want it lethal.
Ad Astra, this is rare, nuanced storytelling, and remarkable technical elements on every level. In the hands of director and co-writer James Gray, Ad Astra is one of the most beautiful films of the year with Jones with strong supporting cast. Space Cowboys. It stars Clint Eastwood, Jones, Donald Sutherland, and James Garner as four aging former test pilots who are sent into space to repair an old Soviet satellite. Released on August 15, 2000, received positive reviews from critics, and was a box office success. Jason Bourne and Tommy Lee Jones became a commercial success. The film grossed $162.4 million domestically and $253.1 million in other territories, for a worldwide total of $415.5 million, against a budget of $120 million. Heaven Earth is a 1993 American biographical war drama film written and directed by Oliver Stone, and starring Tommy Lee Jones. It is the third and final film in Stone's Vietnam War trilogy, following Platoon and Born on the 4th of July. And here comes the best of Tommy's, number 1. The Fugitive, 1993, directed by Andrew Davis, it was a critical and commercial success, and nominated for 7 Academy Awards including Best Picture. Jones won for Best Supporting Actor. A peak performance of Jones with his famous quote, "I don't care," to Harrison Ford. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.